What's up, guys? I'm Nick, and this is Build Dad Build, a place where if you're drinking to forget, please pay in advance. So guys, I don't drink beer anymore, but I know a lot of my friends do. And when I used to be a big beer drinker, I remember it was always a pain in the ass to find a bottle opener. Like I literally had one on my keychain. Actually, I think I still do. So when we moved into this house, a friend of ours gave me this. Classy, isn't it? But here's the problem with this. Most of my friends aren't this classy. So we need something a little more rock and roll, a little more funky, if you will. And don't get that confused with funky, which is totally different. So this is an interesting little dealy bopper. It's got your bottle opener on there. This is how pathetic I am. This is how bad of a friend I am to you guys. I don't even have any beer in the house right now. I used my last one to cook a couple of days ago, so truth be told, I'm gonna have to buy a 6-pack of beer just so I can demonstrate the final product. So the concept's pretty simple. You just have the bottle opener up here, and then there is a magnet inside. So when your beer tops fall off, they don't fall over the floor. So we want the functionality of this. We want the bottle opener. We want the magnet inside it. But it needs something. It needs a little rock and roll. What it needs is a bottle opener like this. So we're gonna prototype some of these things out. We are going to take a board, we're gonna cut it down to size. I'm gonna do about 3 or 4 of these. We only have the one bottle opener, so I'm only gonna make one bottle opener, but we're gonna do a couple of different little funky deals, decide which one we like best, and then make that the actual bottle opener. And then, I don't know what I'll do with the rest of them. Maybe I'll buy more bottle openers and make the other ones too, and give them to you folks. I don't know. But this should be a pretty simple project. If you want to skip the magnet part of it, it's even an easier project. I mean, it's literally just a piece of wood. We're gonna decide how we want to finish it. We're going to put the bottle opener on. We're gonna put some hanging devices on the back so you can hang it on a wall, and that is it. So now, without further ado, let's get to work. Alright, so I cut 4 16-inch pieces, roughly. I don't really care. It's not like an exact measurement or anything crazy like that. And now what I'm gonna do is I wanna give the edge a little bit of funkiness. I want it to look more like a piece of driftwood, kind of jaggedy, you know, like those old-timey gone fishing signs that you would see. So what I want to do is I'm going to try a couple of different things. On the first one, I'm going to go at it with the Graph Termit. I used this in another video. I used that in my IKEA calyx hack. I'll link it up here. It's over there, isn't it? And while it wasn't the best tool for that video, wherever it is, I'm pretty sure it's over here, I think this will be a good application for it. So I'm gonna try this. Also gonna try my turbo plane. And then I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the other 2 yet. I wanna see how these carve first. And then I'm thinking maybe I'll do one on the bandsaw. And I don't know, maybe I will just beat one with a hammer. I don't know, I only meant to cut 3, I cut 4 on accident. So if the first 2 don't carve out well, then we'll go to the bandsaw. Yeah. All right, let's see what we got so far. That is the Termit. I really like the way that I almost said ate that out. I really like the way that carved that out. I think that looks pretty authentic, I guess, as far as being a piece of driftwood. So next is the turbo plane. I quickly realized that the turbo plane wasn't gonna give me the edge that I wanted like the Termit did. So I instead decided to give this whole board a texture because I knew that the turbo plane could do that, and the Termit could not. So we will see what happens when we put a little fire on this, when we put a little stank on it. Next, a little bit more experimentation with the turbo plane. I just did kind of a scalloped edge. It's not perfect. I'd have to work on that a little bit, but I was kind of curious how well I could do it. It doesn't look too bad. See? There we go. Hey, and the fourth board we have Snooze Fest. Oh my God. Doing this on the bandsaw takes forever and it looks like crap. So we're not even doing that one. Now, where's that stank we were talking about? Okay, so in order to get that magnet in the back, I just used a Forstner bit, drilled down, and then I'm just gonna super glue that in with a little CA glue. The dimensions are kind of sketch on this one because it depends on your magnets. These are like 1.25 inch diameter, so I'm using 1.25 inch Forstner, and I'm using 3/4 inch material. So basically, right when I bury the Forstner bit is about 1/2 inch into the material, and that's good enough to catch the bottle cap or whatever is falling without punching through the other side with the bit. I would say mileage may vary on this depending on the strength of your magnet, size of your magnet, things like that, thickness of your material. So you may want to do a couple of test plunges first and see what works the best. Groovy? Groovy. If you don't glove up, so help me, you might just be way too funky. I miss beer. You know what I don't miss though? I don't miss those 20 pounds I lost when I stopped drinking beer. All right, guys, what do you think? I dig them. Pretty straightforward build. The hardest part is really trying to get the depth for the magnet. And honestly, that wasn't that difficult. I mean, I just used a scrap piece, figured out kind of where I wanted it, kind of what worked, and then used that on all the builds. The magnets are pretty cool. They work on all of them. That was kind of funky, wasn't it? I really like the texture on the yellow one. That's the one you guys picked, so that's the one that got the skull. It's cool looking, so if you guys dig it, I dig it. The purple one looks probably a little bit better in light. It looks really good in person. The color is not as deep under the lights, under the ugly lights. And then the scallops aren't perfect. If I was gonna do this over again, I would have kind of measured them out and done them, but I just kind of eyeballed it. Pretty cool. And last, which is kind of the look I was going for to begin with, was this one. I really dig the way this turned out. I really like the way that looks. I think the Termit did a really good job on that. The turbo plane did a really good job on this. That texture is amazing, and that is something that I'm pretty sure you can't get with any other cutting tool right now. I mean, I guess the closest would be like the Cuts-All dishes, but I don't know if it would be that clean of a divot. Now, granted, that's also a very very specific look that you're going for. That being said, I am gonna give those away. It is currently March 17th, 2020, and we're amidst a viral outbreak pandemic scare. So I'm not sure exactly when this giveaway is going to happen. It will be in the next couple of weeks, and I will be doing it on Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, I'll put my dealie down here. It's just Build Dad Build on Instagram. I'll be giving those guys away, probably to 3 different people, so don't expect 3 of them. I also have 2 of these termite cutting discs that Graph sent me. They sent me 3. I only used 1, so I have 2 that are still in the package. If I pick your name and you want one of them, let me know. And like I said, I can only send 2 of them out, so hopefully one winner doesn't want one or doesn't have an angle grinder. But other than that, guys, man, I hope everybody's doing okay. Like I said, right now we're amidst the coronavirus. So I'm upset that I went out and bought these beers like a couple of days before this whole thing went down, because I still would have bought Corona. That being said, I do want to raise a beer to you. Where'd that come from? I would like to say cheers to all my Patreon supporters out there. Without you guys, this shit wouldn't get done. So I appreciate each and every one of you, especially Stephen Mann. You know why. You know. All right, guys, thanks for your continued support. Do me a favor, let me know in the comments down below which one of these is your favorite, the purple, the yellow, or the red. I am partial to the red. Actually, if I could do it, I would probably put the red stain on the texture with the skull is what I would probably do. All right, guys, if this is your first time here, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit that like button. It just really helps me out. If you get a chance, head on over to the Discord channel. I'll put a link in the description. It's just a bunch of us hanging out and talking about stuff we like to build. And if you have any projects, especially Build Dad Build inspired projects that you'd like to show off, head on over to Discord and you can always show them off there. Funky. Okay, guys, but I don't want to take up any more of your time. Thanks for playing. Now I got to get to work.